but something knowledge about handwriting. You know the common fact in between handwriting and happiness? Any clue?
Yes, yes.
What?
Um, I can say a good handwriting is a first impression. I guess.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
And
you are.
how? Yes.
That's it.
When you are happy, your strokes change automatically.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes. So, what is happiness for you? That is important, right?
Yes.
For happiness for everyone, each and every individual, the parameters are different. So, I just want to give a little clue. Like handwriting is having H, the first letter. Happiness is also having the first letter H, which is connected to heart, head, and hands. Something? Okay. So, handwriting speaks about you and your feeling as Jay speaks, but we don't have the ear to listen it or hear it or learn, understand it. That is the only problem. If we understand what is your handwriting saying, your happiness is in your hand. You can just find the happiness from inside. It is within you. Keep on writing. You can have happiness. You can raise your, the emotions in a happy method, using happy methods, and you will feel very fresh. There is some systematic writing. After doing that, you will feel all of a sudden fresh from inside. So that way, happiness and handwriting almost connected. But there are therapy patterns, the way of writing, all that connected. So a graphologist can guide you for that. Definitely give you the answer. Without delaying much, we will understand today's topic. So what is handwriting? Can anyone give me an idea about what is handwriting for you? A person's style of writing using hand or by hand. That is we call writing or handwriting, but it is not necessary the person is writing the alphabets only. A single stroke also can considered as a expression of the person. So that can also considered as a handwriting. If it is a small pattern, a round circle, or anything which is using a pen and hand, a person is doing on a paper, wall, anywhere, it's considered their expression of writing or pattern. So that is that connected to that person's emotions or mind. Okay. Tell me, what is stress for you if a topic given to write a paragraph or if somebody asks you to write anything, whatever you want to write? What will give you more stress?
Topic.
Topic.
Topic, right? So why it is happening? Have you ever had a thought of it? And whenever we get confused, we keep our hands like this. Oh God, what to be, what to write? On what topic I will write? So handwriting is connected to the brain, isn't it? So it is called handwriting is a brain writing. So scientifically proven it. How it is proven? The hand is the limb that carries out the commands given by the brain. Our muscles performance depends on the brain that transmits instructions via electric impulses. Control central means which is called motor cortex in your frontal lobes deliver that movement pattern impulses to the finger through the central nervous system, ultimately to the movement of the fingers. because it is the brain that works and it plays a major role in handwriting. Therefore, we also call it as a brain writing. Okay, so now after listening this much, Jayashree teacher, tell me, is it good to instruct a child to write a pattern according to the school?
Yes, I can say partly because it mostly kids follow what teacher said, but sometimes kids are intelligent than us. They can write whatever they want. So it's their thinking what they are writing. So I think both of things would be
That is good
applicable.
answer. My
Yeah.
question was, it is good to pressurize or ask the children to follow a single pattern. What is according to the school?
I don't think so.
I think
Personally,
you
I
should
don't think
motivate.
so. Yeah, I think it's up to their liking or whatever they think is better for them. Some like even my both kids I have. One is liking that cursive writing, and other is liking print one.
Yes.
So yeah,
So that is the brain writing. How
yeah,
the personality, the person understand. So now we are going ahead and understand what is the writing pattern says about a person.
yeah.
Okay. Importance of writing patterns, cursive, print, Italian or calligraphy. Print, print means what? Printed letters are those that resemble computer letters or typewriter letters. Their characteristic is that they lack accessories features. They don't have any decoration. The letters are just printed and they are composed only of the essential parts that make up the skeleton of each letter. They are disconnected, without decoration, and without complex parts. People who write mostly in print or disconnected way means have suppressed their personality by themselves or by people around them. Difficulty to communicate and to talk about their own feelings. They do not allow their feelings to come out spontaneously. They need to have everything under control, avoiding unexpected events. Print is a regressive type of writing. Its moves do not move. It is static. Or each letter, once they complete, it stop there. Then they will have to lift the pen to write the second letter. So continuation is missing, but they are continuing also. So every time it we can say it is static. Every letter stopping and stopping there, then they're starting a beginning again. So for in that case also, these people have a control on their own feeling and they don't express their feeling very easily and they have a independent and strong feeling about their own feelings. Just collect all the information by end. You people are going to tell me which is very good for the kids and elders to learn. What pattern will help? On this letter, what is the observation is that feeling do not flow with spontaneous movements through writing, manifesting the needs, instincts, creativity, but that the individual controls himself, withdraws himself, and hides behind the impenetrable automatism and in the habits of conventional rule. On the positive side of this print, we can find order, precision, and clarity in ideas. It denotes that perfection prevails before quickiness, that there is logical thinking, practical, and good ability for concentration when connections are limited. This symbolizes that self control and introversion prevail. So, these print letters, if the child, a student, or a person who is doing engineering, want to do something of complicated areas, logical skill जहाँ पे use होता है, there this print will help. And the handwriting develops when they are very small. We developed by 16 years. After that, they only use their experience and day-to-day experiences basis their life they start living. If you want to develop a child writing habit good, take 5 years. You will have to make them listening a lot, watching them a lot, not writing a lot. Okay, now cursive letters. Cursive writing provides stimuli for our nervous system. The act of writing is a complex act that combines three areas: physical, organic, through the brain, that articulates the movement of the hand that coordinates the action. The functions like attention, intelligence, concentration, decision, or indecision are learned through the execution of the shape of letters. Italic cursive script is a succession of ascending and descending traits that are connected through ankles or garlands that will change according to growth and maturity. Now, what is the difference between cursive and print? Print letters are mechanical and neutral, adoption similar to a machine, which turns out to be indifferent and passive. On the other hand, cursive letters include strokes that moves upwards and downwards and connect with each other through angles and curves and expresses the emotions of the writer and is modified according to states of mind and maturity degrees. Now, calligraphy cursive, from a psychological point of view, represents the model to imitate what the norm dictates. The normatives in aspects of the superego, it is expected that throughout life, this perfection of the model of the calligraphic model becomes simplified and personal and singular. So now a person writes partial. You can see people who started writing print. Later on, they have taught cursive. Then after so many years, like fifth, sixth, seventh, when they reach to ninth and tenth standard, they will be writing partial cursive and partial print. In between the cursive writing, one letter will be standing alone. Okay. So what is it says? There is no loops. Their handwriting indicates that they have the ability to understand complex issues with great understanding, whereas having ability to connect emotionally with people, have great intuition. Their friend circle comprises of selected people. The first letters that are taught to children during elementary school. Agreed. And we start with capital letter. And the capital letter, then they incorporate it with the lowercase letter. Then they shift to the other primary school or first, second classes. Then they might be shifting to the cursive. So what we can do, what is the suggestion on that? School shouldn't stop teaching cursive, but while transmitting, the children should taught the importance of clear and legible expression in their strokes. And as Jayashree teacher said, we can insist them to write if the kids are not changing, to keep a respect on their children's handwriting and only make sure the legibility is clear, the legibility is there, respecting personal styles. That is the only thing the schools can do. Do not pressurize the child to or the person to change, because handwriting totally depend on the personality. Whatever the learning completed till that day, that is expressing through the handwriting. So now, what is legibility? During adolescence, that stage at which personality is reinforced and consolidated. It is very common that the young write in print letter. The intention is to be understood and to understand themselves. It is common to hear adolescents say they do not understand what they themselves have written due to the fact that their handwriting has turned almost illegible. Legibility is directly related to mental and affective clarity of each individual. Now, handwriting versus personality, our last point. Handwriting is an instantaneous photograph of your mind. A person's handwriting can actually provide an in depth look into their personality. Handwriting has a psychological effect on your personality. Graphology is the study, handwriting analysis, and handwriting analysis is the scientific study of handwriting to know and learn different aspects of personality. It is very interesting two people, to know two people have the same handwriting, even they are twins. So what is it saying? Everyone has their unique system of writing. Everyone's pattern is unique. Therefore, it cannot be matched with anyone in the world. Therefore, handwriting reveals our personality, which cannot be easily forged by anybody else. Graphology is a useful tool in determining what someone is like. Graphologists believe that handwriting can be a window into the mind of the writer. And by analyzing size of the letters, gaps, pressure, deviation, and the signature slants, size of the signature, all you can understand very well a personal by psychology of a person. Isn't it beautiful? A process to learn about the personalities of people and how their subconscious mind works. Says about a person. So I think few are my students, the apology students are there in the webinar, and some are from the students, school going students. Anybody want to share any experience? Want to say
Sunai
anything?
Dara? Sunai Dara? Yes, I started first even I didn't believe so much, and then जब मुझे slowly I understood about alphabets and उनकी detailing and everything, I understood कि कैसे होता है, how do you understand people and how changes keep happening. So it is positive way wala part, and learning is the best part because learning something can take you to the other side wala part, right? So and Susan ma'am teaches in a great way. So happy that I am the first batch, first or second student maybe, but I was in the first batch, and I'm started doing it, and it is really great for me, and I'm
Thank you.
helping others also.
Hi,
Hi.
you want to share
Uh,
some?
yeah, actually, even I didn't believe that handwriting can show all the analysis like whatever you gave, and not just one. I have observed for the others too. It's a great experience, and I was surprised how it can be so perfect.
Please continue.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm the new one to joining this seminar webinar. So even I'm not aware about all these things.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, ma'am, very much. Actually, I was searching for my kid only because what I think my kid are doing good, but I want to write them proper writing. But somehow, because of this online and classes and all that, they have forget that habit of writing. That even I don't like that, but I can't force them to write and write. Eventually, in 1 year or two, they will got to that, but still I want them to write properly. So because of this online things, it's missing somewhere.
What is the age?
One is 9 year old and other is 13.
13. Yeah. Now you can train them.
Yeah, yeah. So actually, that is the only thing I was eager to attend this webinar. I came to know from my society group only.
Yeah, I also want to share one thing. Earlier, when we started the analysis and everything, so at that time, I also spoke to one of my friend. She was like, कि यार नहीं ऐसा नहीं होगा वगैरह. Wait for some time, then you think over it, whatever you are telling. And then it's been almost 15 days now. Then I can clearly say कि no, it is not something very random. It is genuine analysis. And the second experience like I had na, that again showed me ki nahi, it is varying from everyone. And it's not natural talent or so. You have given that much time to analyze each and every letter, and then only we can come to this point basically. So I can clearly say 3 4 days you will be in a shock basically, how it can be possible. But then later on, when you realize that yes, it is happening the same way like you told, so then it's surety basically.
Yes, actually, graphology has a logic. It is with lot of practices only this is implemented. So, forensic also using the handwriting, one should learn it to handle your emotional crisis as well as your children, family life. Once you are settled, you can make others settle. Not only the family members, your surrounding. Most of the teenagers are facing problem nowadays. They can't communicate openly. Lot of restrictions, na single child, or maybe no, like before we were mingling to each other. आस पड़ोस में से सब लोग आ जाते थे. Now it is a restricted thing. We are not allowing the kids to mix up. Society, only the society kids are mixing up, but they will not discuss anything, their personal, emotional feeling to anybody, because we are not encouraging them to talk like that way. But this is recently I have an experience with a graphologist only. Their daughter was entering to the teenage. She has seen some letters changing. Teenagers को dating waiting सब पसंद है. But वो letter change देख के she was hardly 11 years. She could able to find slowly some particular letters are changing in a different manner. So she started counseling the child. At the age of 11 years, you could save her daughter. And nowadays, her daughter counseling other kids. So, है ना इसमें benefit है. So everyone like spending little time for your own growth. That's it. Any doubt? Anyone has any doubt? Sarika, doubt? See, at the time of writing, not only one thing happening. You are writing, it is only writing. But our all five senses are working together. Okay. Visualization is happening first. When you are writing, your mind is giving the thoughts. You are visualizing that and you are putting it on the paper. When you are writing, the blue color express more vibration. Black color is having a suppressed feeling, which is not sending any sparks inside your body.
Bright
Stop
colors.
कर दीजिए. ब्लैक कलर में देखोगे तो आपको आगे कुछ दिखता है क्या? हाँ. इट इज नॉट लाइक दैट. पेंसिल क्यों देते हैं? पेंसिल इसलिए देते हैं आपको. नो 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 नो. आपको मोटर स्किल्स डेवलप होना बहुत जरूरी है. If you are holding the pencil lightly, you won't able to write, right? It won't print anything on the paper. The pressure makes sparks on your muscles. That sparks, it is all like electromagnetic sparks which go through the muscle to muscle, and it will hit on your head's brain's muscles. So it will make a path on your brain, copying everything inside and making an alignment on your neuropath. So you are ready by the time of 7 years, you are very well ready to write fast. So that is why writing will help you to improve your confidence. I used to analyze the pressure of the writing. Some areas pressure will say about your illness, arrogancy, confidence, and how many areas we can understand with the pressure of the writing. So that pressure is also very important, but not huge pressure. Balance the pressure. So for these are the development states we have gone through in our childhood.
Hi, hi. Hi.
Yes,
Uh,
I've done the first. I think I was the first student of Susan D for graphology who joined, and Maidvi was there in the group, and one more D was there in the group. We had a nice time. Uh, I'm here to share my experience after learning graphology and before graphology. So before that, I'll introduce myself. My name is Jyoti, and I'm a teacher in a school. And before graphology, I used to think that students' handwriting is bad. Basically, you cannot improve them. You say them, but they don't improve it. You have to, even if you give them daily homework to write A to Z, say around every day a month also, but still they don't improve. The reason is they don't want to improve. That was what I used to think before graphology. But after learning graphology from the, I came to know that it is not just they don't want to improve, but there are few things, like their emotions, the background, the history, and everything which affects the child, and that is why they don't improve. So after learning graphology, I thought to give a try. So I tried it on my son. I tried on myself also, being the student, and I tried on one or two students in the school just to give, like, learn, like what I have learned. Does it have an effect or no? And while I was studying, also I shared with thee about 2 3 students of mine whom I have seen the changes in the handwriting. Their handwriting was like a cockroach or ants. Literally, when I was checking the books, I can't even used to understand their handwriting, what they have written, what words have they written. But now, by the end of the session, the term, they have at least started writing clearly why I understand. And all thanks to Susan Di and Sarika Di, my group, Madhvi also, because we all were together. They helped me to understand the reason behind it, to improve it. And I think being a teacher, I think it is the most important thing. We should know that where they are lacking behind, like we make assumptions. We make assumptions and we leave it. We don't want to work on it. It's very easy to blame somebody else, but to take efforts in getting things done, in learning a thing and then implementing in your life, it takes a lot of time. And studying at this age, we feel like क्यों पढ़ना है ना, forget it, क्या करना है, ये सब उनके मॉम डैड का काम है. बेसिकली वी थिंक कि हर एक बच्चे के मॉम डैड का काम है कि वो उनको इम्प्रूव करे, बट हम कभी ये नहीं सोचते, हम अपने ऊपर कुछ नहीं लेना चाहते. But thanks to again Susan B, because she helped me. Actually, the first thing was she done was she improved my handwriting a bit. I'm working on that. And then she helped my son. She helped my brother. She helped one of my best friends also. Then I understood ki it has effect. Then as a teacher, going and doing things, it will just learn more, more, more and more. I hope this helps everyone.
Yes, yes, definitely will help.
You know,
Yeah.
I should say that every teacher should learn in that way.
I
The way
seriously,
you have taken it, ना सिर्फ सिखाना है करके बच्चों को लिखाया जाता है बच्चों को, but if this is the pattern to teach ना, this is the best.
and
A
you
teacher
don't
should
have to work
understand.
on 56. Suppose you have a 56 strength. Now 56 are not bad. Everybody is good. Only you have 10 to 15 students in your class whom you have to focus, and you don't even need to cooperate with their parents. You understand them. You just make a few changes. Like these said me, T का जो वो ऊपर होना चाहिए, I का जो dot है वो बराबर I के ऊपर होना चाहिए. Small small things, because every pattern has a meaning. Like if it is a angle, then it's going to be engineer, or if a C has a little bit curve in a front, then it is going to be a communication related person. So you don't need to change that things. Small small things like T ऐसे लिखो, M का वो कर दो, Matlab, it should look like him. We should not look something else. So small things, because what his future is having, we don't know that. We can just work on a good handwriting. We cannot change the future. As what she said me when I was talking to her about my son. I wanted to change his handwriting. She said no. Let it be, just make him write it clearly. So just unlike that. Right now? Have friends, you stay with them, they learn, and you feel कि कुछ नहीं होता, चलो दोस्ती दोस्ती में कर लेते हैं. But my profession, it's helping me in that. Then it is a thing. Okay, no, I have to take it seriously now.
See, even the parents can do it. Small kids' parents, if they learn it, they can direct their kids very well. You don't need to
Yes.
pressure them, na? And the smaller
I
age when they
agree.
learn, that is the permanent learning.
Yes, I agree.
So we don't need to teach them the meaning at that age. Tell them, मम्मा ने ये बोला ऐसे ही लिखना है बेटा. बच्चा follow
इनफैक्ट मम्माज बोलेंगे कि टीचर ने बोला है ऐसे ही लिखो. मम्मा कभी अपने
letters pattern. And graphology is something, see, it's a big, no, I am still learning. I want to learn more. No stop. There is no full stop on graphology. But this is very limited thing we shared. If anyone want to know more,